Jeez, Mr. Beeshers, we're out of hand sanitizer. What are we gonna do?
We're out of what?
Hand sanitizer.
What? That's not good.
Yeah, well, what are we gonna do? We don't want to get COVID-19.
Well, you know me. I'm a technology teacher. We could probably just make it.
That's a great idea.
Now, what's in hand sanitizer? Should we look it up?
We should. It's just 3 ingredients. That's so easy. Okay.
So, we have all our things here, and they're all in shot so that we can eventually fill this little guy, but we're gonna mix it up in this guy first, and we'll let you guys solve the problem of putting stuff in a larger container into a smaller container. So, there we go. So we have our ingredients. Mr. Belushio, what do we have?
We've got our alcohol. Probably want to go with a higher percentage alcohol, but this is what we've got here.
And so it's good for the experiment, but if you're actually going to make professional hand sanitizer, you should go for, was it 99%?
99%.
99% is what's suggested.
Higher percentage is better.
Now, we're gonna just start mixing stuff and seeing what happens. We got our aloe vera gel. Very fancy. Good for sunburns and such. Let's just pop this top and put some in there. And that's interesting, Mr. Belushio.
Yeah, it's interesting. The aloe vera looks like it's just kind of sunk down to the bottom, and it's not mixing really well.
Well, I think we can try applying some agitation. What do we get? Let's see if we can give a zoom for the viewers at home. It's starting to mix, but
So slowly mixing.
can you bring it a little bit closer to the camera? Yeah. Yeah, not mixing beautifully, and still, that looks like really watery to me, Mr. Belushio.
Well, I put in what the ingredients said.
Maybe it's more of a numbers game than we thought, Mr. Belushio. I always just kind of jump into these things. Maybe
There's got to be a better way to do this. Mr. Bishop, you can't just be guessing, checking your way through life.
This is true.
You need to do this a little more scientifically, I think.
I think that maybe
You need a process.
our viewers at home should maybe do a little bit more research, and we should come up with a better process to make this stuff, because we kind of just threw the ingredients in here. I don't know if we'd necessarily put them in the best order. Well, let's see if we can keep going along. What scent would you like to put in our hand sanitizer? We have our essential oils pack. Hey guys, me and Mr. Belushio filmed this, and we realized that essential oils, are like really potent, and they can be dangerous if they're in high concentration. And so, of course, we recommend that if you do this experiment, you do it with an adult. We really did it more for you guys to reflect on the concepts. But, there is a warning here. Caution, keep out of reach of children, not for internal use. If pregnant or such conditions, consult your healthcare practitioner before using. Avoid contact with eyes. This stuff can be kind of nasty if you're not careful with it. So number one, if you do this experiment, make sure that you have an adult. And number two, we suggest taking out the essential oils, because they're just there for smell. Cedar wood smells like a thing that would smell.
That sounds pretty good.
Eucalyptus, frankincense.
Frankincense. What's frankincense?
I don't know. Lavender, lemon, peppermint, rosemary, sweet orange, and tea tree oil.
I don't know, man. Peppermint sounds pretty good. It reminds me of Christmas time.
The weather outside is not frightful though.
Okay, let's go with the orange then.
Is that
Sweet orange?
Let me see. How much do we add? I don't know.
Gotta be careful with these.
Let's just put some stuff in there. The essential oils, are like really potent, and they can be dangerous if like they're in high concentration. Like, give a couple dabby doodles. Again, I think that me and Mr. Beluccio are doing things a little bit quick. For the mix.
There's got to be a better way to figure this all out.
At least it smells nice. I think that I have some questions for our viewers at home.
As do I. So as far as science goes, I have 2 questions for you. Based on our lessons from earlier in the year, why might it have been that the aloe vera sank down to the bottom when the 2 substances were put together? My second question is, what is my second question? What kind of a change occurred when the 2 substances were mixed together, and how do you know that? Was it a physical change or a chemical change?
Hey technology gang, I only have a few questions related to our class in here. And I want you to think back to when we've talked about the design process, and I'm going to post a picture of it at the beginning of this topic as well. But my first question is, what can we do to figure out the best ratio to mix the alcohol and aloe vera? What do you think that best ratio is, and why? Question number 2, what do you think is the best order to mix the 3 ingredients, which are alcohol, aloe vera, and the essential oils? And why is that the best order? And then finally, I want you to think about, as usual, us reducing as much waste as possible. So while we're going through this design process, I want you to think about techniques we could use to create as little waste as possible.
Hey everyone, Miss Dyer here. Can I get in on this experiment? Because believe it or not, there's a lot of math that goes into making hand sanitizer. So I got some questions for you. Your first task is to come up with an equation that represents your best ratio for hand sanitizer. So let Y be the amount of aloe vera and X would be the amount of alcohol. Now, after you graph it, you can copy and paste a picture of a grid onto a Google Doc file and use Cami so you can graph your function. Good luck guys, I can't wait to see what you come up with.